Hello everyone, welcome to Pratibha Tech. In this video, we will solve the problem of the day question on Geek for Geeks for 7th February 2023. The problem statement for today says length of the longest subarray with positive product. This is based on dynamic programming and algorithm. So let's open the problem. So we will first go through the problem statement. Here it has been said that given an array consisting of n integers, find the length of the longest subarray with positive non-zero product. Okay, here some examples are given. In the first example, inputs have been given as 0, 1, minus 2, minus 3 and minus 4, where it says the output is 3. The longest subarray of with positive product is 1, minus 2, minus 3. 1 minus 2 minus 3. Therefore, the length is 3. Okay, so here one property of multiplication is applied. That means if we multiply minus into minus, then it will become positive only. So here we need to get the longest subarray which will give the resultant, the product which is greater than 0, that is non-zero product, which is the positive one. So here we cannot include 0. So now this one, taking into this one 1, 2, 1, minus 2 and minus 3. So here we will get the here we are getting 3 element. 3 element. When we multiply them, the product will become positive. Here we cannot take minus 4 because again since multiplication of this minus and this minus will become positive. If you multiply again it with this minus 4, then it will become negative. So that's why this minus 4 is discarded. So let's look at this second example. Second example says the given input is minus 1, minus 2, 0, 1 and 2. Here the output is 2. The longest subarray with positive products are minus 1, minus 2 and 1 and 2. Therefore, the required length is 2. Okay, so here we have got two solutions. Either we can take minus 1 and minus 2 and this one. Or the second option would be to take 1 and 2. In both these cases, the length of the subarray which will give the positive product, that is 2 only. Okay, so here one way to solve this problem is that we can have two loops there using brute force algorithm. So one will be pointing to the outer loop saying I, and in the inner loop j. So each time we will keep track of one element, iterating all the inner elements, and we'll keep on comparing that whether any part of the segment of this array has got that maximum number of elements with the positive product. So yeah, but the thing is that here it has been said that expected time complexity is O of n. So we have to solve it in big O of n time complexity, and solving it using brute force, it would take up to n square. So here we can have the approach of sliding window. So that means till the point we have got to any approach, so we can keep a pointer there. We can call it as a start, and with the pointer sliding each time, we can check all the possible combinations where we can get the product as the maximum. So each time wherever we get the maximum product, we will check whether it is that greater than the previous one, or whatever is the maximum till now, we can get out of that. So using that approach, let's try coding this one. So for that, let's initialize just to calculate the length, which will be the return type of this one. Return length is equal to 0, initializing with 0 because right now we do not have anything. Then we can initialize start as 0, which will be the pointer for the sliding window here. So after that, see here one more point to be taken care is that if you multiply 1 with minus 2, so the resultant would be negative. So that time we are not supposed to check what is the maximum length of the subarray. We need to check it only and only when we get the positive output. So I'm just initializing one variable saying value is equal to -1. Sorry, here value is equal to 1, and this variable only I'll be using so that I can check whether each time wherever we get any variable, so any value, we can check whether that point the value is either positive or negative. So I'll show you how I'll do that. So after that I'll initialize the start our iteration, starting with int I is equal to 0, then I less than equal to n. Here I'm taking equal to n because when this loop will end, so at that time also I'll just go back to the previous point where my start would point to, so that I can check again using the concept of sliding window, increasing the value of this start pointer, and to check all the possible combinations where we get the value as positive. So for that it is up to n, equal to n, then plus increment the counter here, sorry, then this loop variable. Then here first condition would be there, if I is not equal to n, that means where this complete iteration ends, and at any moment if array not equal to 0. That means if either of these two condition is there, then we have something in the else blocks, so that we will check there. So here this will be the part of this. So here we have something in else block which will take care of the sliding window thing. So if either of this condition fails, that means if both the conditions are not true, so it won't enter inside the whatever I'm going to write inside this one, it won't enter, and it will directly go to else block. So in either of the case it will go to else block if either of these two condition fails. So here, but if it is not the case, that means if you are not encountering either 0 and if it is not going up to the last iteration, that means if we are not ending the loop, so for each of that time we can check what is the value there. If array of I, we can just check if it is less than 0, then what I can do, see this variable, whatever I have initialized it with 1, so whenever we get the first negative element, so what I can do, I can just make it negative. How I can make it negative? By multiplying it with -1. So initially the value was 1, so now after multiplying it with -1, the value will become -1. So now I can check here, if value is greater than 0, then I can initialize the length. We need to check that length dot max of the previous length, that means whatever till now here it was 0, so length and I minus start plus 1. So this we are so here we are calculating whatever is the maximum value between these two length and this expression I minus start plus 1, so that we will take it in this length 1. And if you go to this one, so this part is done. Now if we are going to else block, so here we will first do start is equal to I plus 1. This point we are taking because each time if we get 0 somewhere, then for us the starting point, that means starting point to consider for the next possible window, that will start from this one, this current position plus 1. That means so we have been we would have taken care of all those possible combinations before this. So that's why whenever we get 0, so for next iteration, we have to reinitialize start pointing to the next variable, next pointer of after the 0 is encountered. And here again, for that reason, again whatever is the value till now, we will initialize it with 1, marking it as a positive. So now before this, how to calculate the previous value, that means how to take care of the previous window thing. For that, let's run a loop and we can check start less than I. So till the point, see right now when we encounter this 0, so here I will be pointing to here, the index location will be 2, but start is still pointing to 0. So now what we can do here, each time we can check if array of start, if it is less than 0, then we can do same thing here. I'll just mark it as negative, value as a negative, and if it is again, if the value is greater than 0, then again math.max of len I minus start minus 1. Okay, so here this condition is taken care of. When we hit 0, then we can start incrementing the, and if this is when this is done, then we can increment the value of here. After this is then this loop is done, then here we can increment the start value so that the sliding window will be incremented by 1. So whenever we hit 0, we can start incrementing the pointer start so that we can decrease the length of the window to get the length of more subarrays which will have positive condition, that means positive multiplication. And here we are having this one I minus start minus length. So in else condition where that end pointer is that means that index position is 0 or it is marking to the end of array, we are not going to include that also. So just before we are moving the start pointer, and if that value is true, if this value is true, it is not because of the end or the start, that value of the start. So the length of the window, that will become minus 2, this one, that means I, whatever is that value of I here, I minus start plus 1 and minus both. That means here it will be the similar as earlier. Sorry, it will be plus this one. Here it will be taking the same condition there as plus 1. Then here, since we are excluding plus 1, then here since we are excluding both those conditions, that means whether it is 0 and or marking the end of the thing, so here it will become minus 2. So evaluating this only, it will become minus 1 here. So and once this is everything is done, then when this else block ends here, then after that this while block we have already incremented the value of start, and they are marking the value as I. So now this is fine. Now wherever this condition is, this for method is getting ended here, we will return whatever is the output or the length value of the length variable. Okay, so I think we are done with the coding part, so let's try compiling it. Okay, so here we have got our output as 4, because if you take here this one minus 2 3 and minus 4, so this will be taken as the maximum length, or you can take even this one, no, the first one only, because if we take this from this to this length, then here 3 elements are there with the minus, so multiplication of odd number of numbers with negative will eventually end up in negative number only. Okay, so let's now try submitting the solution. Okay, so here we can see we have got our all the test cases covered. Okay, so we have solved this question successfully. Yeah, so that's all in this video. Please like, comment and share the video, and please subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.